Of the NC State games?
Not a whole lot of them. I met the two guys at the ACC kickoff, and from high school through my high school coach, I know the tight end Asa Watson. So not a whole bunch, but definitely a couple of them.
I mean, obviously it's over in Raleigh, but for any of the North Carolina guys, does this opponent mean a whole lot, or just getting to go play in that state?
It's just the next game. I'm closer to home here at Clemson than I am when I'm in Raleigh. So it's not too big to be back because it's kind of farther. But definitely excited about it.
Hey Spence, when you play a free-up offense, Coach Venables was talking to us a little bit about how there's a premium on intellect. You know that when when things are happening like that, it becomes less about just athleticism and more about, as he said, we need to find really intelligent kids who can communicate in a really short amount of time. Can you talk about how it's different between snaps when you play a team that tries to play at this kind of tempo?
Yeah, with the fast tempo offenses, they try to just line up and they try to go so fast that you can't get a call and you can't make your pre-snap adjustments and that sort of thing. So it's definitely key to have a group of guys out there that are able to communicate well and be able to think clearly and to think fast and be able to line up and see the formations and immediately know your assignment and what's expected of you, and to be able to do that over and over even when you're exhausted and they're still pushing the tempo. So it's definitely of extreme importance to have a bunch of guys that are able to communicate and that are on the same page.
I guess it gives you an edge, being you've done this for 3 years. A lot of teams are just now seeing it, like NC State's just now seeing it for the first time in practice. You guys have seen it for 3 years. Does that help you when you play a team like that? Yeah,
I definitely think so. I don't think there's many offenses that go as fast as ours, and they practice just like that when we go against them here. So we're definitely a little more experienced with it, and I definitely think that will help us going into this game.
Front seven was the talk in fall camp of how much was expected going into the season. First 2 games, you guys pleased with where you're at? You have a long way to go. What's your take?
I think that definitely pleased with the progress that we've made. There's definitely still a lot of things that we can improve on and get better. And I definitely think the linebackers and the D-line have played extremely well and are able to get pressure. And even our secondary have definitely impressed me, and they've all seemed to be extremely disciplined and know their jobs, and they play extremely hard. And I definitely think that we're ahead of where I expected us to be at this time, and we're definitely excited to see what we can do once we can make those corrections. And as long as we don't make the same mistakes as we have in the first couple games, then I think we should be fine.
Does NC State's size on the offensive line stand out?
Yeah, they're definitely some huge guys, and they're definitely strong and athletic guys too. So it's definitely going to be a challenge for the front seven and be able to getting off blocks and that sort of thing. So they're definitely a great group.
Going back to tempo in practice, how often do you get to go good on good, ones and simulate those game conditions?
We don't do it too much during game week deals, but we definitely make an emphasis to do it just a little bit every day, and that definitely helps to be able to go against someone other than the scout team, to be able to go against the quality offense like Taj and all of our receivers and our offensive linemen, and be able to work at that tempo and make the corrections and adjustments that we need to. So it definitely helps.
What do you remember about 2 years ago up there?
It was an extremely tough place to play. Their fans get involved. NC State definitely has that reputation of stepping up to the big games and definitely playing their best. So that's definitely what we're expecting, and hopefully we can go up there this time and we have a more experienced team and mature team. So hopefully if we just focus on what we need to do, hopefully we can get the job done.
Does their crowd do they at any point get to you guys? Because they're right on top of you. I know it's pretty loud over there. Is it at any point, does it kind of get hard to communicate at times with them?
Yeah, it definitely does. It gets pretty loud. The sidelines are small. You're backed up right against the fans, and they're into it on every snap, and the announcer's into it on every snap, and it's definitely a great atmosphere to play in, and can create trouble.